I got one last person that I got to talk about. Well, one last team. And it's going to be simple. It's the only basketball team I have here to talk about. And it's a team that was one of the best in the West last year, made it to the Western Conference Finals, almost got to the NBA championship. You know, they didn't do that in the KG years, didn't do it in the Kevin Love years. So you had a team with the opportunity to make it to the NBA Finals with Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert, and Karl Anthony Towns, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now you say, hey, Dave, you know, look, the last 3 games, they won the last 3 games. Yeah, I know they won the last 3 games. But this ain't about just the last 3 games. This is about how they played most recently and against winning teams. Against winning teams last year, the Minnesota Timberwolves were not very good. Let's be honest about it. They've played, well, Sacramento is probably the only team that doesn't count, but they played against Sacramento, lost that game, 114-104. Against the Houston Rockets, second best team in the West so far this year, lost 117-111. Against the Boston Celtics, you lose 107-105. Against the Toronto Raptors, you lose 110-105. And then against Portland, the Portland Trailblazers, you lost 106-98. The best win you've had out of these last 10 games was against the Phoenix Suns. What's going on in Minnesota? You know what the deal is? It's what the comment says. You should have kept Karl Anthony Towns. The swap you had for Julius Randle and Karl Anthony Towns did not make sense. It made sense for New York because now they got someone else who can score and help defensively as well. Not saying he's one of the best defenders in the league, but he's not absolutely terrible. He makes some awkward plays sometimes, but he can score. And if you look at New York, this New York team is actually really good. It's better than they were last year. Now, I know they made some other changes, you know, getting Mikal Bridges on the team. But this team is better. This team is better than Minnesota right now. And Minnesota does not look good. Anthony Edwards said that these guys are playing selfish. You know, they're not really in there playing for each other. People doing their own thing. And you're supposed to be the face of the league. What's going on with you, man? You're the leader of this team. You're the leader of this team. Some people are comparing you. They compared you to Mike. They compared you to D Wade. They compared you to Kobe. Well, Kobe, Mike, and D Wade are those guys that won't let the teams be in this position unless the team surrounded by them is absolutely horrendous. And the team surrounded by you is actually not that bad. I mean, I just said that team was one of the best teams in the West last year. You had the second best record in the league last year. OKC was 1, but you were right there. You were 2. Now y'all are struggling to win games, struggling to be good teams, and you're supposed to be one of the best in the league. You know, you started off hot, and then you lost 7 or 9 games, and then you won the last 3. But before that, you lost 7 of your last 9 games. You will impress me when you start to get when you get a winning streak against good teams. That's when you can get out of the doghouse. That is my thing towards you. Nick Sorensen, your defense just got to be better the last 4 weeks of the season. We are 5-7 right now, and we pretty much have to win out. We got obliterated the last 2 games against the Packers and the Bills, only putting up 20 points and allowing them to score 73 points on us in the last 2 games. So, Minnesota, your defense needs to get better. Julius Randle plays no defense, so I can't help you there. But defense got to get better, and your team got to be better. So, welcome to the doghouse, Minnesota Timberwolves. My guy, you in the doghouse.